I got my own problems.
The dirty secret of the Sopranos? Tony was miserable. Christopher was suicidal. Silvio collapsed under the weight of leadership. But Paulie Walnuts? He loved every second of it.
I'll do it. My responsibility.
Among the wreckage of the Sopranos crew, one figure stands out not for brilliance or honor, but for sheer, dogged commitment. Paulie Walnuts. Unlike his compatriots, who stumbled into midlife crises, therapy chairs, or panic attacks, Paulie never once looked at this thing of ours and wondered if it was worth it.
We were right. You're right.
For him, the mob was not a burden, not a compromise, but the only possible path. While others strained under the contradictions of gangster and family man, Paulie embraced the simplicity of a life without dual loyalties.
We don't run. It's embarrassing.
He was, in the crudest sense, the happiest prisoner of them all. Consider the roll call of disillusion.
Get to the boss here.
Christopher ends his life hating his so-called friends. Tony admits the title of boss means nothing. Silvio collapses from the stress of acting leadership.
This thing of ours. Fucking joke.
And Pussy deludes himself into thinking he's already an FBI agent, desperate to wriggle free.
Come back, Vito. Just come back.
Even Vito, who dies violently, clings to the dream of returning to mob life as if it were salvation. Each in his way comes to despise the very thing that defined him. Paulie alone never wavers. Why? Because Paulie instinctively understood the central contradiction. Family and the mob don't mix.
Me? Marriage and our thing don't jive.
He spells it out to Christopher. Marriage and our thing don't jive. And he's right. Every time a man flips, it's because of family.
He's got no wife.
A wife, a child, a cousin in trouble. The feds squeeze, and the supposedly unbreakable man cracks. Family is both sentimental baggage and prosecutorial leverage.
Not everybody.
Paulie avoided both. No wife, no kids, no leverage. The mob for him was not a battlefield of divided loyalties, but a shabby summer camp he attended for life. Prison, to Paulie, was not an existential horror, but free room and board. And yet, this supposed clarity doesn't mean Paulie was content in any higher sense.
With due respect.
His version of happiness was that of a well-fed dog. No ambitions, no disappointments, just grumbling over scraps while guarding reputation like a bone.
Let Patsy run the corporation while Furio's gone.
He had no major rackets, no empire. He was Johnny Boy Soprano's muscle, then Tony's legitimizer, a man grandfathered into respect without ever building much himself. Beansy nailed it. All Paulie had left were friendships and reputation. It was tenure without achievement, a semi-retired hanger-on who still bristled whenever younger earners pulled in more envelopes.
Check comes, suddenly you're MIA.
Paulie's notorious stinginess, paranoia, and ceaseless whining hardly support the picture of a man thrilled with his station. He bitched about New York, griped about money, fretted about his cut. If that was his version of being content, then one wonders what misery looked like. The truth is simpler. He would have been a complainer in any profession. As an astronaut, he would have carped about insufficient space-time. As a corporate suit, about bonuses and parking spaces. Paulie's grievances were personality, not profession.
Christopher did not have a dream.
And underneath the bravado, anxiety seeped through. He lost sleep over Christopher's visions, squirmed in front of psychics, fretted about being haunted by the men he killed.
It's divination. It's the devil.
His Catholic guilt played out in visions of the Virgin Mary and nervous outbursts whenever Pussy's name arose. The murders weighed on him more than he admitted, and the series makes it clear. Paulie feared damnation more than indictment. Still, compared to his peers, he was refreshingly unconflicted. Tony wrestled with panic attacks, sought therapy, flirted with existential despair.
Where's my arm?
Christopher drowned in self-loathing. Pussy rationalized his betrayal until he believed his own lies.
What if he flipped? Who? Carlo?
Carlo flipped to protect his son. Even Bobby and Silvio, who seemed more balanced, were crushed by the burdens of leadership or hierarchy. Paulie alone accepted his role without question. He did not agonize over living a double life because he never tried to live one.
You think you got family, but in the end, they fuck you too.
This acceptance made him, paradoxically, both the most loyal and the most pathetic. Loyal because he could never truly rat. Prison was survivable. Loneliness, familiar.
Turns out she's not my aunt.
Pathetic, because he had no identity beyond the mob. He didn't know his real parents until late in life, had no family of his own, and clung to the institution like a lost child to a bad foster home. Saving Tony's portrait with Pyomai was not sentimentality, but desperation. Tony was his only tether to meaning. Some argue Silvio was equally comfortable, and to a point, yes, Sil thrived as consigliere, a problem solver rather than problem maker. He enjoyed the mob, but balked at its top stress position. Paulie, in contrast, was chaos incarnate, forever fighting, backstabbing, robbing men, stirring trouble with New York, and fretting about loyalty. He caused more problems than he solved, but he never doubted the mob was his rightful place. And yet, Paulie's supposed wisdom about marriage and mob life exposes the absurdity of the entire enterprise.
I couldn't ask for a better son, AJ.
These men clung to the illusion of being family men, providing, parenting, playing at normalcy, while simultaneously leading lives of violence, secrecy, and betrayal. The contradiction destroyed them, one by one. Paulie, stripped of such illusions, looked clearer only by comparison.
There's no denying it.
He was still a miserly, vain, superstitious, small-time thug, but at least not a hypocrite. That said, his clarity did not shield him from ridicule.
You have a son, Peter Paul?
Oh my God.
He remained a figure of mockery within the crew, treated as something of a joke despite his seniority. He never rose beyond captain, never commanded lasting respect. The irony is striking. The only man fully committed to the life was also the least impressive product of it. Paulie's legacy, then, is not one of honor or greatness, but of survival.
I lived through the 70s by the skin of my nuts when the Columbos were going at it.
By the skin of his balls, as he would put it, he outlasted nearly everyone else. Not through brilliance, not through fearlessness, but through an animal instinct to sniff which way the wind was blowing. Half superstition, half opportunism, and all stubbornness.
Paulie, we had to move my father to another old folks' home.
In the end, Paulie Walnuts was a tragicomic creature. Selfish, lazy, and repulsive to normal society, yet perfectly molded for the one subculture that rewarded such qualities.
The world don't run on love.
He was both the clearest-eyed and the most deluded, knowing that family and mob life don't mix, yet blind to the emptiness of a life with nothing but the mob. If the others wrestled with guilt, Paulie was content to murder in the afternoon and laugh at Three's company by night. His tragedy is not that he hated the life, but that he had nothing outside it. He was, in the most literal sense, a made man, and only that. Loyalty kept Paulie alive. Your loyalty keeps this channel going. Subscribe.